Hey 8th graders, today you're going to be taking the magnetism test, so you are now finishing up with the magnetism and electricity unit, and we will be shortly moving on into thermal energy. Alright, so just as a reminder, because we are finishing up this unit, all missing work from this unit needs to be turned in by noon on Friday, which is February 12th. So make sure everything that you have missing that's gone under third quarter for this unit is done, again, turned in by 12 o'clock noon on Friday, 2/12. Okay, all right, so you've obviously found this video. Okay, and moving on, here is your guys' link to your test, which is in a Microsoft Forms. If you guys right-click that and open link, it will take you to your test. Your test looks like this, and I'm just going to kind of go through some of these with you guys. So, first one, you guys have this little picture. You have this highlighted image. Okay, these three magnets are held together, magnet 1, magnet 2, magnet 3. What will they look like when we release them? So you guys can see A, B, C, or D. So you guys will just mark A, B, C, or D down here. Okay. This one you guys have, this is kind of a multiple 5-question type of thing. You guys have these little ring magnets. This is very similar to the extra credit you guys may or may not have done. Okay, but you guys have this setup of ring magnets where we have a ring magnet on a pencil, we have a space in between these two ring magnets, and then we have two ring magnets right next to each other. So if this is the North Pole, then what pole would this be of the magnet? So I highlighted the box I want you guys to identify. So you guys have two options, north or south. Okay, then again, highlighted, it's the next box down. What would this pole be, north or south? This pole, north or south? This pole right here is the top of the bottom magnet, north or south. And then finally the last box is the bottom part of the bottom magnet. So is that north or south? Okay. Samuel Morse, the inventor of the telegraph, had a problem. So if you guys have ever messed around and made a telegraph, or if you know anything about it, it's all based on electromagnetism. So his telegraph signal was too weak. He needed a stronger electromagnet. What is one way that he might have increased the strength of an electromagnet for his telegraph? So really think back to what we did with the electromagnet lab and our fishing derby and how you guys can make a stronger electromagnet. Okay, this one, Mandy set up an experiment. She recorded her findings in the chart. The chart's actually above, not below. Of the options, which question was Mandy testing? So you guys can see number of magnets, 1, 2, and 3. Number of paper clips picked up for 3 trials. Okay, so you guys can look at these 4 questions and figure out what her data kind of represents. Okay, this one, we're looking at an electromagnet again. So we have 22 gauge wire. Gauge, remember, is the thickness of wire. Okay, your wire thickness increases, the gauge decreases, meaning it's a thicker wire. So the smaller the number, the thicker the wire. Okay, so if 22 gauge wire is used, approximately how many nails will it pick up? So you guys need to just read that chart and tell me how many nails. And then again, here it says the gauge of wire is basically its diameter or thickness. The lower the number for the gauge, so these lower numbers here are going to be your wider wires or your thicker wires. Okay, the lower the number for the gauge, the wider the wire is. Does the amount of electromagnetism increase, decrease, or stay the same with thicker wire? So what happens to electromagnetism when we're looking at that thicker wire? Okay, the last questions here, you guys have some images. You guys can see this first one has a sweater and a balloon. So for the image on the right, predict the motion of the set of objects. So what are they going to do? And then explain why each object would behave as you predicted. So don't forget to tell me these are each 2 points. So tell me what the movement's going to look like, mainly of your balloon, and why. This one you guys have 2 balloons. Notice their charges. Okay, what's it going to do? What are those 2 balloons going to do and why? This one's a little bit different. Notice you guys have a little bit more charges. So you should kind of explain how that movement's going to be different than in this picture. Okay, and then again why. And then finally you guys got these charges between balloons. What do you think is going to happen and why? Okay, finally you have a little magnetic field around this magnet here. So reference the picture, and then where is the magnetic field the strongest? Okay, so look at these 4 options and tell me which one. When you guys get done, make sure you guys submit it right here in this Google form. Then you guys can go back into your PowerPoint assignment and make sure you guys submit it here. When you're done, make sure you guys also have your work turned in. Remember, Friday by noon, February 12th, so this week, you guys need to have all of your missing work turned in by noon. It won't be accepted after that point. Okay, so make sure you guys turn this in to let me know you're done with your test as well. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.